God never gave up on you. The Lord saw you leave, and He stood waiting. This is the Father's heart. My heart strayed from your voice. I carried the weight of my choices alone. But the Lord stood at the open door. With outstretched arms, hope awakens. I returned in shame, I was received with love. God ran to meet me, covered me with His warmth. There was no condemnation, only the grace of the Lord calling me by name, calling me with fervor. Oh, Father, receive me back. Your mercy does not turn back. The Lord reached me, restored me, and in your embrace I found peace. God, your love goes beyond time, beyond pain, beyond my mistake. You brought me home. You brought me back to your home. You who are here today, perhaps carrying a story of estrangement, perhaps feeling that you went too far to return. The Lord says, I am still here. God never took His eyes off you. He didn't leave while you were lost. He stayed standing waiting. And today is the day His embrace reaches you. The Lord saw my return from afar and ran and didn't wait. He placed the mantle on my shoulders and said to me, you've returned. He didn't ask me where I'd been. He didn't hold me accountable for what I wasted. God opened the table, called everyone to celebrate, because the son who was dead returned to his home. Oh, Father, receive me back. Your mercy never turns back. The Lord reached me, restored me, and in your embrace I found peace. God, your love goes beyond time, beyond pain, beyond my mistake. You brought me home. You brought me back to your home. Oh, Father, receive me back. Your mercy never turns back. The Lord reached me, restored me, and in your embrace I found peace. God, your love goes beyond time, beyond pain, beyond my mistake. You brought me home. You brought me back to your home. God never gave up on you. The Lord saw you leave and stood waiting. That is the heart of the Father. Before you uttered a word, the Lord already knew your name. Before your fall, God was already preparing your rise. He did not abandon you, never. I thought God had forgotten me, that my name had been erased. But the Lord kept every tear I cried and preserved the path that brought me back to Him. I was a prodigal son, I was dry land. I was a voice that cried out and no one heard. But the Father saw me before I got close. and the Lord's heart was already running to meet me. You are the God who never tires of waiting, who lights the light for me to find home. The Lord tore the veil, tore the distance. He embraced me tightly, returned my inheritance to me. You are the Father who cries with joy, who kills the calf and calls everyone to come. God, I return, and your love received me as if I had never left here. Perhaps you tried to return before and couldn't. Perhaps shame weighed more than hope. But the Lord says today directly to your heart, I didn't measure the time you were away. I counted every step that brought you back. You don't need to explain yourself to the God who already knows you inside and out. He just wants you back. That's it. That's all. I brought nothing in my hands, only regret. I brought no glory, only the weariness of the journey. But the Lord didn't look at what I didn't have. He looked at the son who returned to his nest. God doesn't need my achievements to call me by his name and from his heart. The Father wants me whole, wants me restored, wants me alive within his dwelling. You are the God who never tires of waiting, who lights the light for me to find home. The Lord tore the veil, tore the distance. He embraced me tightly, returned my inheritance to me. You are the Father who cries with joy, who kills the calf and calls everyone to come. God, I return, and your love received me as if I had never left here. Before you uttered a word, the Lord already knew your name, and today he calls you back home. There's a father who knelt and prayed for his child. There is a God who did not sleep while you were lost. There is a love that has no bottom, no end, no condition. And this love has your name written in it. I carry guilt I shouldn't have. I thought God had closed the door and thrown the key into the sea. But the Lord never took his eyes off my face Every pain I felt, He filled with me, closely at a cost. I tried to fill the void that only God fills with the Word. I tried to silence the Lord's voice, but it persisted and overcame me, because the Father's love doesn't negotiate, doesn't retreat, doesn't weaken. He pursued me with grace until I fell into His arms. God, your love found me in the depths. He pulled me out of the darkness and brought me into your world. The Lord didn't need me perfect. He only needed me whole and broken. Father, I am yours and you are mine. Your cross has already sealed this covenant. No distance, no mistake I made erased your love, but never left me here. For those listening to this now with a broken heart, the Lord is not angry with you. God misses you. There is a huge difference between an angry father and a father who misses you. And the God who created the entire universe misses His son, His daughter. You are missed in His heart. Returning is not weakness. Returning is the greatest decision of your life. The Father held no grudge for the time I wasted. He didn't keep a list of the times I prefer the world to Him to myself. The Lord simply opened His arms and said, the time has come. Take this weight off your shoulders. You don't need to leave anymore. I was received as a king, even though I was a beggar inside. I was washed by grace that undid every torment. God looked me in the eyes and said He still loved me. And that look from my Father broke everything that was ruinous. God, your love found me in the depths. He took me out of the darkness and brought me to your world. The Lord didn't need me perfect. He only needed me whole and broken. Father, I am yours and you are mine. Your cross has already sealed this covenant. No distance, no mistake I made erased your love that never left me here. There's a father who knelt down praying for your son. That father is God, and He's praying for you right now. Everyone has needed comfort at some point. Everyone has wanted someone to say, I love you just the way you are. I'm not going anywhere. That someone exists. That someone is God. I grew up thinking I needed to prove myself, that love had a price and I had to pay it. But the Lord came and shattered that lie with a voice that pierced my wound. God doesn't want my performance, He wants my presence. He doesn't want my religion, He wants my dependence. The Father looked at me beneath everything I hid and loved what no one else saw. The Lord is a Father I never had, or the Father I had, and one day lost. God filled every empty space of everything the world couldn't provide. He didn't abandon me in the storm. He stood firm when I had no more faith. The Father's love is eternal, and that love came to me and set me on my feet. There are people here who never had a present father. There are people who had a father but never heard the right words from him. Some people grew up with a hole in their chest, trying to fill it with everything that doesn't fill it. The Lord speaks today about this pain that you never showed to anyone. God says, I am the Father you always needed. I saw what you lived through. I know what you carried alone, and I came to take what is mine. I no longer need you beg for approval. The Father has already placed His confirmation in me. I am a son, I am an heir. I am loved by the King, not for what I did, but for what He did for me, and for me in Himself. The Lord engraved my name on the palm of His hand. No accusation undoes this declaration. God spoke about me before the foundation of the world, and what He said about me is profound. The Lord is the Father I've never had, or the Father I had and one day lost. God filled every empty space of everything the world couldn't supply. He didn't abandon me in the storm. He stood firm when I had no more faith. The Father's love is eternal, and this love came to me and set me on my feet. Everyone has needed comfort at some point. Today the Lord opens His arms and says, come, I am here. I have always been, and I'm not going anywhere. That someone exists. Come this far, broken, tired, perhaps speechless. But know that the Lord didn't need an explanation to receive you. He only needed you. I came with empty hands and a broken heart. I came without the strength to speak, only to be received. The Lord didn't ask me for a speech or a beautiful prayer. He just opened his chest and told me that the house is mine. I wasn't received as a stranger or as someone from outside. I was received as blood of the Lord's blood. God has known me since before I knew myself, and the Father loved me before I knew what true love is. Your love has no beginning, it will have no end, Lord. Your care has always been for me. It wasn't religion that brought me here, it was the Father's voice calling me, and I couldn't resist. God, I surrender to the weight of your love that melts the ice, that heals the pain. The Lord transformed my story of shame into a living proof that grace never abandons. There is a pain that we don't tell anyone, that stays hidden deep in the chest for years. An old hurt, a wound that hasn't healed, a voice inside you that says you don't deserve to be loved. The Lord came here today to look into your eyes and say, that voice lies, I made you. I know you, I chose you. And what God chooses, no one can take from his hand. God saw the nights I cried without witnesses. He saw the choices that left me with none. But the Lord even used my mistakes as a path that brought me to the center of his dwelling. I am no longer what I was when I was far from him. I am what the Father declared about me before heaven and earth. The Lord crowned the one the world called trash and made my tears the beginning of a smile. Your love has no beginning, it will have no end, Lord. Your care has always been for me. It wasn't religion that brought me here, it was the Father's voice calling me, and I couldn't resist. God, I surrender to the weight of your love that melts the ice, that heals the pain. The Lord transformed my story of shame into a living proof that grace never abandons. You have come this far, and the Lord says it wasn't by chance. God brought you to this moment because the Father never stopped calling you by name. You are the son, you are the daughter, and the Father is standing, waiting for you, receiving you now.